Welcome to this comprehensive guide on how to start a solar farm business, focusing specifically on the two most critical pillars of success, which are land requirements and power purchase agreements. As the world transitions toward renewable energy sources, solar farming has emerged as one of the most stable and lucrative long-term investment opportunities in the energy sector. Solar farm, often referred to as a photovoltaic power station, is a large-scale solar installation where hundreds or even thousands of solar panels are used to harvest sunlight and convert it into electricity for the grid. Unlike residential solar panels that are meant for individual buildings, solar farms are designed to function as utility-scale power plants. To begin this journey, you must first understand that the foundation of your business literally lies in the land you choose. The selection of a site is not just about finding an open field, but rather about finding a location that meets very specific technical and geographical criteria. Generally speaking, you will need approximately 5 to 7 acres of land for every megawatt of installed capacity. This means that if you are planning a small-scale 5-megawatt farm, you will need at least 25 to 35 acres of usable space. When evaluating land, the topography is the first thing you must consider. The ideal land for a solar farm is flat or has a very slight southern slope. Land with a slope greater than 5 degrees can significantly increase your construction costs because it requires more complex mounting systems and effort to ensure the panels are positioned correctly. You must also look for land that is clear of obstructions such as large trees, mountains, or tall buildings that could cast shadows on your panels at any point during the day. Shading is the enemy of efficiency in a solar farm, and even a small amount of shade on a few panels can significantly drop the energy output of the entire string. Furthermore, you must conduct a thorough environmental and geological assessment. You need to ensure the soil is stable enough to support the heavy racking systems and that the area is not classified as protected wetlands or a habitat for endangered species, as these designations can permanently halt a project during the permitting phase. Perhaps the most overlooked aspect of land requirements is proximity to the electrical grid. You can have the most beautiful, sun-drenched field in the country, but if it is 50 miles away from the nearest high-voltage transmission line or substation, the project will likely be financially unfeasible. The cost of building new power lines is incredibly high, often costing millions of dollars per mile. Therefore, the most valuable land for solar developers is land that sits directly adjacent to existing three-phase power lines or within a couple of miles of a utility substation. Once you have identified a potential site, you must navigate the local zoning laws. Many rural areas are zoned for agricultural use, and you will often need to apply for a conditional use permit or a total rezoning to allow for industrial energy production. This process involves public hearings and negotiations with local officials, so community engagement is a vital part of your early strategy. Now we must turn our attention to the financial backbone of your solar farm, which is the Power Purchase Agreement, or PPA. A power purchase agreement is a long-term contract between you, the power producer, and an off-taker, which is the entity that agrees to buy the electricity you generate. Without a signed PPA, it is nearly impossible to secure the millions of dollars in financing required to build a solar farm. The off-taker is typically a utility company, a large corporation with high energy needs, or a government entity. The PPA is crucial because it provides the price certainty that banks and investors need to see. These contracts usually last between 15 and 25 years, during which the off-taker agrees to pay a predetermined rate for every kilowatt-hour of electricity your farm produces. There are two primary types of PPAs you should be aware of: which are physical PPAs and virtual PPAs. In a physical PPA, the electricity produced by your farm is physically delivered to the off-taker through the grid, and they take legal title to the energy at a specific point of delivery. This is most common when the off-taker is a local utility. A virtual PPA, on the other hand, is a financial contract where the energy is sold into the wholesale market at the current market price, but the off-taker and the producer agree on a strike price. If the market price is higher than the strike price, the developer pays the difference to the off-taker. If the market price is lower, the off-taker pays the developer. This allows large corporations to claim renewable energy credits even if they are located far away from the actual solar farm. When negotiating your PPA, you must pay close attention to the pricing structure. Many agreements include an annual escalation clause, which allows the price of the electricity to increase by a small percentage each year to account for inflation and rising costs. You must also understand the curtailment clauses, which allow the utility to stop taking your power during times of oversupply on the grid. If your contract does not protect you against excessive curtailment, your revenue could be significantly lower than expected. Additionally, the interconnection agreement is a separate but related process where the utility company conducts a study to see if the grid can handle the influx of power from your farm. This study will determine if you need to pay for any grid upgrades, which can be a major capital expense. Building a solar farm is a complex balancing act between securing the right piece of earth and securing a rock-solid financial contract. You will need to work with civil engineers to design the layout, electrical engineers to manage the grid connection, and legal experts to draft the PPA and land leases. While the upfront costs are high and the development timeline can be 2 to 3 years long, the result is an asset that generates steady, predictable cash flow with very low moving parts and minimal maintenance requirements compared to other businesses. The panels themselves are usually under warranty for 25 years, meaning your primary operational tasks will involve simple things like cleaning the panels, managing the vegetation underneath them, and monitoring the inverters for any technical issues. As solar technology continues to improve and costs for battery storage begin to fall, solar farms will become even more integrated into our daily lives. By securing the right land and a strong PPA today, you are positioning yourself at the forefront of the green energy revolution. This business requires patience, technical due diligence, and a strong understanding of both real estate and contract law. But for those who can successfully navigate these requirements, the rewards are both financially significant and environmentally impactful. Remember that every successful solar farm started with a simple map and a conversation with a local utility, and with the right approach, yours can be the next one to power the future.